And we're back. Hi, my name's Charles, and a while back I decided it might be fun to create a new Honkai Star Rail account and play the story through from the beginning. And, re-experience it and record myself doing it, if only because it forces me to actually pay attention to the plot and the dialogue. So last episode we embarked on the second real planet in the game, the Xianzhou. We were directed to come here by Kafka and the Stellaron Hunters because there's a Stellaron here and shit is about to go down if we do not intervene, or at least Elio has predicted that. And so we landed and we docked with the ship and things were already kind of weird, and in the port where we landed, we met Tingyun. And the only other people there were a bunch of guards who were in the process of becoming Mara-struck and turning into monsters, which is not at all sus given Tingyun's presence there. But let us continue. So the next stop is to introduce ourselves to the powers that be. So we've got to go and find Yukong. Oh, and also in the last episode we discovered that of 5, 3 will pay the price, and Tingyun is not one of those 3, but Danheng is. Hello, Tingyun. Fancy meeting you here.
Oh, you're here already? Sorry to keep you waiting. Madame Yukong is expecting you.
Are you not coming?
I've brought Madame Helmmaster up to speed. It's over to you now.
Okay.
Yes, madam.
Well, hello there.
Report the losses to General Tingyun and find someone from the Divination Commission. They can't just stand there watching while we deal with this mess. Greetings, guests from the Astral Express. Tingyun has informed me of the purpose of your visit. Receiving guests isn't normally one of my responsibilities, but since you know about the Stellaron and have stated that you want to help the Luofu, I thought I should at least meet you in person and politely decline your proposal.
Wait, you don't want our help? Decline?
The Xianzhou Alliance knows what a Stellaron is, and is more than capable of handling it ourselves. We have been around for over 8,000 years, and weathered countless dangers and crises. While the situation is serious, we have more than enough resources to spare. Outsider help is not needed on this occasion.
I thought I was so clever getting a couple of potential thumbnails there, and then I realized I hadn't changed scenes, so totally pointless. Anyway, let's continue on with the dialogue. But this is fair enough. It's nice scene setting in that, the first 2 places we went, the Herta space station and then Urilo 6, both were, not particularly well defended. They were beleaguered, they needed our help, and we were happy to come along and be the heroes. But the Xianzhou is a, fully functioning society that feels that it's capable of protecting itself, and why not?
You are guests from afar. There is no reason for this matter to concern you. Am I making myself clear?
You are making yourself abundantly clear, Mrs. Yukong.
From what we've gathered, the influence of the Stellaron can still be contained. If we can locate it in time and contain it, it's possible that we can restore any space and any individuals affected by the corrosion. We have experience in preventing Stellaron disasters, and we've only come here to lend you that experience.
I've said this and I'll say it again. This is an internal affair of the Xianzhou Alliance, and there is no need for the Astral Express to get involved. I decided to arrange a meeting with you as a gesture of respect, but my decision is final.
But...
Never mind, Mr. Yang. If the Xianzhou Alliance say they can handle it, then we're wasting our breath. Let's go.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Huh? And what's that supposed to mean?
It's only been a few days since the presence of a Stellaron was detected on the Lawfu. Starskiff Haven has been under full lockdown. No one has been permitted to leave. How did you come to know of the incident? And what led you to conclude that it was linked to a Stellaron?
All very good
I acquired
questions.
the access history of Starskiff Haven. Not long ago, someone hacked into the system and opened the Jade Gate, before guiding you, the Astral Express, into our territory. The hacker was skillful and even taunted us with her seal. Her name is Silverwolf, a member of the Stellaron Hunters.
Oh, we know her.
What say you in your defense?
The Stellaron Hunters told us to come here. Let's just give away the secret immediately. The Stellaron Hunters want to use you to take us out. I think we'll just we'll play our cards close to our chest here.
You are forbidden from leaving the Skyfaring Commission until the aforementioned questions have been investigated.
All very fair.
Yukong. If this gets out, the whole galaxy will think the Alliance has forgotten how to treat our guests.
General Tingyun.
It's very unlikely that the Express has joined forces with the Stellaron Hunters. They are mortal enemies, after all.
Yeah, about that.
Apologies for interrupting your meeting. My name is Tingyun. I'm the General of the Cloud Knights here on the Lawfu.
General, this is an internal affair for the Lawfu.
I fully agree with you, Helm Master Yukong. This is indeed an internal affair. I am sorry, guests of the Astral Express. It is true that there is a Stellaron on the Lawfu, but I'm afraid I cannot accept your kind offer to help resolve the issue. This is a Xianzhou matter, and it is our responsibility to handle it. Of course, it would be inappropriate of me to let you return without something to show for it. While I cannot accept your help with regard to the Stellaron, I do have a favor to ask. Please, after you.
Yukong does not look pleased.
The Astral Express. I must confess that the train's reputation precedes it, such that it is often close to my thoughts. How delightful to come face to face with its passengers.
Frightfully delightful. Would that this occasion had come sooner. Are you really a general?
It's an honor to meet you, General. May I ask what the favor you spoke of is?
A matter that requires capable people such as yourselves. We captured a member of the Stellaron Hunters a few days ago, who goes by the name of Blade. During our investigation, the Divination Commission, the department in charge of intelligence processing, intercepted a transmission sent out by his accomplice, Kafka, who has managed to hide aboard the ship. As for where that transmission was destined...
Was it us?
I have some knowledge of your relationship with the Stellaron Hunters. The Divination Commission is convinced that you made an alliance with them. I say that's impossible. The crew of the Astral Express are honorable people whose valiant deeds are lauded across the universe. There must have been a misunderstanding. As such, I came to the conclusion that the communication must have been an attempt by the Stellaron Hunters to sow dissent between us.
That's right, we've been framed. Maybe the Stellaron Hunters have other motives.
We can handle the Stellaron, but it will take time, and will require the bulk of the Cloud Knights on the ship. It is this Kafka that concerns me. The longer she stays on the ship, the bigger the threat she will pose. Since the Stellaron Hunters lured you to our ship, we shall move with the current. You are hereby authorized to do as you deem fit on the Lawfu, with the goal of bringing Kafka out of the shadows and under our control. Doing so would clear the misunderstanding between us, reveal the true intentions of the Stellaron Hunters, and help us understand their connection to the Stellaron burst. What say you, my astral guests?
And so begins the pattern of basically everybody in this mission trying to manipulate us for their own ends.
What do you think?
Let's move with the current and help out. We don't really have a choice. I think, you know, we've got to do something.
If you are able to capture this Stellaron Hunter, the Xianzhou will be indebted to you. The Luofu never fails to reward that which is given.
Sounds like a good deal.
Okay. Wonderful. It's a deal then. I shall notify Yukong that all intel is to be shared with you, and that our best personnel are to aid you in your search.
Or failing that, Yanqing.
If there's anything the Skyfaring Commission or the Cloud Knights can do for you during your stay, don't hesitate to make it known.
The chat concluded, and Welch shot you a covert gesture. You understand that this is the crew's own discussion time. Let's go chat. I'm going to chat to March first. March must have some insight.
What do you make of this Tingyun?
He's pretty handsome.
I'm not asking about that. Although, you're not wrong.
And 1,000 ships suddenly launched.
He's much easier to talk to than that Yukong. Their attitudes are so different. Maybe that's why she's only a helm master and he's a general.
Okay, let's... Oh! Piece of paper to pick up, and I'm stuck behind a desk. In more ways than one. Let's go chat to... I'm tempted to go and chat to Yukong, see if she has anything to say.
Seeing as the General gave the order, the Skyfaring Commission will lend you our full support. The Stellaron Hunter investigation is in your hands now. I'll issue you a pass so you can access the facilities around Starskiff Haven.
Very generous of you.
Personnel, the skyports are currently all under maintenance, so we're thinly stretched. What I can do is send Tingyun as your guide. She'll take care of you during your stay.
Do you mind if I just start stealing papers off your desk? That's good. Just under your nose, I'm just taking stuff off your desk and you're not paying attention. I'm just gonna go over here. I saw these out of the corner of my eye, and if you've done the Aurum Alley event, then you're very familiar trying to stack these bloody shelving units on things. Well, yeah. Oh, something's glowing. Little one, what are you doing here? Is this something you're allowed to touch? I didn't take anything. I didn't take anything. Talking back. Even if you didn't take anything, touching isn't allowed. Moreover, these are Madame Yukong's things. Good thing no one saw. Hurry up and put it down. Kids these days. Unruly. I'm Yanming, a Celestial Guild envoy attached to the Skyfaring Commission. You can consider me half a maritime trade officer. Previously, I followed the Merchant Guild and was dispatched to other star systems for about 150 years. If there's something you want to know, feel free to ask me, and don't touch stuff without permission. What's a Merchant Guild? I don't know how many Merchant Guilds you've heard of. Does the Whistling Flames Guild ring any bells? The Intergalactic Merchant Guild that Tingyun is in? That's right. The Skyfaring Commission bears the salient duty of exchanging mutual necessities with other races, and the merchant guilds are a key part of this process. After that girl took up the mantle of trade envoy, she linked up the trade delegation of 16 worlds in succession. She even turned the Grand Fair into an intergalactic festival. The Whistling Flames Guild played an integral part in all of this. I dare say that girl is next in line to succeed Madame Yukong. I'm boring you with all this rambling. However long-lived your species, when you get older, you tend to lecture on like a teacher. My attitude was a little rough, so I want to make it up by giving you this. But let me emphasize that if there's anything you want to know, just ask me instead of touching things. And now I'm going to totally ignore that, and again, just randomly pick something up behind him, because that's how video games work. Like, I remember playing Ultima games as a child, and there are rules in each Ultima game about when people would get pissed off if you picked things up in their vision kept changing. But if you just sort of went around randomly looting stuff in front of NPCs, they would actually get mad at you. But that seems to have just stopped being a thing that NPCs care about.
I think we only scratched the surface of this General Tingyun.
He seems suspicious.
Oh? Care to elaborate?
Why would he stop us from investigating the Stellaron? Why is he being so kind to us?
He wants us to trust him. He took advantage of Yukong's frosty reception to play the good guy. Huh. That's it. A minor detail, but curious. He avoided talking about Blade. Since the Cloud Knights have already captured a Stellaron Hunter, why not use him to get to Kafka? Huh? Why rely on us? The Xianzhou is reluctant to involve outsiders in the Stellaron disaster, so why is it so keen on letting us capture a Stellaron Hunter?
Could Blade have escaped? He's using us as bait.
Yes. The only sensible conclusion I can draw is that Blade had already escaped when Tingyun spoke to us, provided they even captured him in the first place.
Well, he was in a cutscene, so...
Therefore, given our connection to Kafka, we represent the only way of luring the Stellaron Hunters in. That's why he asked for our help. He didn't want to let anyone else find out that Blade had already escaped. Now that we've figured that out, perhaps we can get closer to the core of what's happening here.
So nobody is being entirely honest with us, but we have to look out for ourselves.
I understand how you must feel, but please stay calm.
So where's Tingers? Tingers is outside. Let's go and chat to Tingers.
Master Diviner, you heard our discussion. What do you make of it?
What do I make of it? The way of heaven is apparent, but the heart of humanity is often deceptive. Are you asking me to divine their true intentions?
That won't be necessary. The crew has nothing to do with the incident. Of that, I am almost certain. It isn't their intentions that trouble me. All I want is for them to lure out the one we're after.
Wasn't that my idea, General?
Indeed. Your counsel has always been a great help to me. You may use your discretion on the matters ahead of us.
A good leader always incorporates the ideas of the people who work for them, and then takes credit for them during performance reviews.
Why don't you retire early and I use my discretion full time?
It is still too soon, unfortunately. If something goes wrong, you'll need a general to take the blame. How could I simply walk away and put you at such risk?
If you'd brought me that blade earlier, none of this would have been necessary. Wait, what are you up to exactly? Tingyun, did you let him escape on purpose?
Me? I had no idea he might escape. Unlike you, my gaze never travels beyond the horizon. I take full responsibility. The Cloud Knights failed in their duty.
I can understand. There's a lot to take care of on the Xianzhou. You were bound to miss something. Thank goodness I'm here. On that note, perhaps it's about time you finally nominate me as your successor when the 6 charioteers next convene.
Yes. I have to go now. I'll leave this in your overwhelmingly capable hands, Fu Shen. There are 3 things in the world that I can't seem to rid myself of. The troubles of the Xianzhou, the papers on my desk, and the weeds in my garden.
General, Diviner Fu wants the General's position for herself. Everyone knows that.
She is very capable, but her intellect is burdened by a quick temper. I'll retire when she's achieved a better balance.
This Stellaron thing is easy. Blade escaped. Now we gotta go get him. Just say the word, and I'll solve this in a flash.
I can understand your impatience, and I know you want to prove yourself. Now is not the time. If you truly wish to become sword champion, you shouldn't be running around brandishing your sword at people, especially not a major criminal.
You think I'd lose to Blade?
Oh, we all think you'd lose to Blade.
I'm saying you need to have patience, Yanqing. Governing Xianzhou is different from a sword fight. The only way to build momentum is to work slowly. Besides, we still don't know who's really moving the chess pieces. There is something we must take care of before making our next move. As long as it remains unresolved, we're at a stalemate. That something is the Stellaron. How did it manage to bypass the Skyfaring Commission's inspections and the Divination Commission's predictions? Where is it now?
I say we bring those two Stellaron Hunters before Diviner Fu. She'll get an answer out of them in no time.
I've asked our friends from the Express to take care of that for us. Worry not, you'll have your moment when the current stalemate is broken. You are my most trusted aide. And there are some things that I would only assign to you. Speaking of which, Yanqing... that boy. I suppose it is my fault. I should have given him an opportunity already. A sharp sword can't stay sheathed forever. My fear was that this might prove too big a setback. Bigger than his exuberance.
Foreshadowing. Seems like you will take a bit longer to chat with Madame Yukong. I'm gonna go have a stroll outside. Once you're done, you can find me at the docks. And... it becomes explory time. I do like the dynamic between Tingyun and, Fu, Lady Fu. Oh, hello, Tingyun. Fancy meeting you looking out over the docks.
Madame Yukong has asked me to look after you. Seems like we were destined to be in each other's company.
Seems like it.
The Skyfaring Commission has reserved rooms for you at the Petrichor Inn. When you finish your business here, how about some tea together?
Thank you so much. You seem reluctant.
No. Though I'd appreciate it if you mentioned to Madame Yukong that you got a warm reception from me when you next see her. Better to be busy than idle, I suppose.
I suppose.
An ancient game to make your brain feel brand new. While drizzle passes by.
And we're making our way to the tea house.
Well, here we are. I feel sleepy already.
The sun hasn't gone down yet. Ready for a nap? That's not like you, March.
Hey, that's not fair. My eyes are peeled this time. I'll make a run for it the second things go wrong. Jokes aside, did you see Madame Yukong frown at us? I thought her guards were about to jump out of nowhere and throw us in jail.
Why's... I see. Tingyun and Welt are talking to each other there. I was just wondering why Tingyun's mouth was moving in the middle of March's dialogue.
I'd rather deal with monsters than these big shots. I mean, not that Madame Yukong doesn't have her merits.
Are you being racist against Foxians, March?
Don't worry, my lips are sealed. But as her subordinate, I have to say that it's Madame Yukong's duty to keep her guard up. The Luofu is facing a crisis, and as head of the Skyfaring Commission, she is responsible for the security of the Xianzhou's customs and borders. She's actually a very reasonable old girl in private.
Just don't refer to anyone. Yeah, old girl?
They say that many years ago, Madame Yukong was an ace pilot in the Cloud Knights. She was a work hard, play harder type, known for her hot temper and incredible skill. Eventually, she became the head of the entire commission, which required her to learn patience and adopt a meticulous approach to her work. In any case, Madame Yukong instructed me to reserve the best rooms at the inn and have all your expenses covered. She wants to extend the full courtesy of the Xianzhou so that all of you enjoy your stay to the fullest. She specifically mentioned that if you wish to buy anything at the inn, be it food or otherwise, just let the innkeeper know. The commission will cover the cost.
Say thanks to Madame Yukong for us.
Why don't you go back yourself?
I just might.
Seeing as our hosts are so thoughtful, I guess we should help ourselves. Right, Mr. Yang?
We should focus on our objective first. Seeing as Helmmaster Yukong was extremely reluctant to get us involved, am I right to speculate that the Skyfaring Commission has some leads on the whereabouts of Kafka?
Exactly right. The suspect is extremely cunning. She encrypted her transmission and timed her communication. We couldn't pinpoint her exact location. But as cunning as she is, the Divination Commission has managed to find something.
Here are the coordinates. It's up to you how to proceed. Our destinations may differ, but the orbits of the stars will eventually converge. See you later.
Coordinates? Converge? I heard something in the background. Enhance.
Precisely. That's the sound of a device.
Which means what exactly? This is a starship. There are all kinds of devices making weird noises.
Miss March, to the untrained ear, these noises may sound the same. But for the craftsmen of the Artisanship Commission, each machine has a different pitch and melody. The General sent for craftsmen, and they concluded that the sound came from the shipyard facilities in Stargazer Navalia. Now, get some rest and prepare yourselves for the operation ahead. I look forward to seeing you in action.
Okay, the plot thickens. So it's pretty obvious Kafka is leading us by the nose, and Tingyun is standing behind, pushing us in the same direction. Tingyun.
Let's take advantage of the rest. It won't be easy to track down Kafka the Stellaron Hunter.
Oh, let's let the Express know how we're doing. More importantly, let's see how Don Hung's doing. Ask him what he's up to. Then tell him we're having loads of fun.
Hey, you guys doing alright? Message failed to send. Damn. Can't get any reception down here. Not long ago on the Astral Express.
You've been standing here for half an hour. It's rare to see you like this. Are you worried about those two? Welt is with them. They should be fine.
Himiko, did you keep a copy of the Stellaron Hunters transmission? Can I have a look?
Sure.
Not to mention, 45 system hours ago, a Stellaron burst occurred on the Luofu. An unexpected calamity, don't you think?
What exactly are you Stellaron Hunters trying to do? The Xianzhou Alliance aren't us. They won't give you time to explain. Once you draw the attention of the hunt, you become their prey. The Alliance will hunt you to the end of the universe.
Stop speaking in riddles, Kafka. Say what you have to say.
It's simple. That Stellaron has nothing to do with us, but the Xianzhou is convinced that we're responsible.
Stop!
Do you know him?
The Xianzhou is in danger. This man, he... If he's on the ship, then Welt, March, and him. Everyone is in grave danger. But...
Is he connected to that past you want to escape?
I can't leave them down there. It's just... I'm afraid my burden has finally caught up with me. And that everyone is about to be drawn in.
Is there anyone who doesn't carry around a past burden? She may not remember it, but even a girl as carefree as March has hers.
Ooh, we're still looking forward to finding out what that is.
We tread on a path that is hidden from us. The things we see and the trails we blaze all become our baggage. They weigh us down, but they also give us strength to continue the journey. Try not to dwell on it, Dan Heng. The Express spends 7 standard days at each stop. Its passengers are allowed to do as they deem fit during that time. Pom-Pom and I are more than capable of looking after the Express. If there's something you've got to do, do it now. Better than regretting it further down the line. And you'll come back and travel with us once this is all over, right?
Da-ding. So the plot thickens. Dan has recognized Blade and is like, uh-oh. And he is also beamed down to the surface. Oh. And he's not getting any reception either.
Can't send the message out. The network is down. But some functions still work? Virtually nothing has changed since I left. Apart from darkness, this place is all that I remember of the Luofu.
Ah, because he was in the shackling prison and then he left, so...
Shattered Cloud Knight armor. A conflict with the Cloud Knights? Not likely. Mr. Yang wouldn't let that happen.
Stay where you are. I can handle this.
I'm sure you can.
Should be dealt with by professionals.
The truth of life and death, revealed in the sanctuary, is but a vision. Break!
Okay, I think we've read this guy's story. Yes, we have. And now we get just random Sushang. I've been building Sushang because she is actually a nice sort of DPS to have when you don't have a great many DPS.
You're hurt.
It's okay. Phew. This one's strong, all right.
By far the dumbest ult in the game, but I love it. Now, we haven't read this guy's bio. I missed that last time around. Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, the Shapeshifter. a cultivator who longs to revive the ancient mysteries of abundance and to guide the Xianzhou natives back on the liberating path of immortality. Now their wish has been fulfilled. Gifted by the power of the ancient miracle and using it as both weapon and armor, they managed to touch on the secret of immortality.
You're not going anywhere!
Oh.
Mortality means forever.
Yeah, we're kind of fucked. Oh no, Sushang! She's dead.
With you two risking your lives for me, could I really stay where I am?
Move carefully.
This is either the patch where Rocha was
Let me through!
running a banner, or the patch immediately before that. So this is very much a, hey, this guy can really help you against the enemies in this particular fight.
Take this! Rise, Venus!
But we're gonna hide his complete kit because he may not be available yet.
Eternal the dead return!
Too late to repent.
Want to see what I can do?
Immortality.
Are you two okay?
I'm good.
Good. I'm Sushang of the Cloud Knights. I was just transferred here from the Yaoqing. I did tell you to let me handle it. I don't have eyes in the back of my head. What if I accidentally hit you?
Forgive me, miss, but you were too busy being hit yourself. It's a good thing I joined the fray.
It is.
I was protecting you more like. It's a Cloud Knight's job to protect others. And this area is under martial law. I'm escorting all civilians to safety. Follow me. That was some impressive Cloud Knight spearmanship. Which unit are you from?
I'm not a Cloud Knight.
Huh. Okay, you're a civilian then. Come with me.
Miss Sushang, what exactly has transpired here? In all my trade visits, I've never seen Starskiff Haven in such a state.
I can't comment on that. I was just ordered to rescue the civilians. Actually, I have no idea either. Anyway, you two just need to come with me. You're pretty quiet. What's your name? I've got forms to fill out. Can't put your name down as blank.
My name is Dan Hung. I'm a traveler. I'm on my way to meet up with my friends. I appreciate the help, but I can leave the port on my own.
You've been banished for life, and the first thing you do is tell a Cloud Knight your name.
No can do, mister. It's way too late. You won't find anyone at Starskiff Haven. If your friends made it out, then they'll already be in the safe zone. No need to worry. You'll see them when we get there.
Aren't you going to take my name too, miss?
You already said it when we were busy fighting. Something. Locha! Is that right? Let's go. Stay close, you two. Cloud Knight Sushang will guarantee your safety. Oh, one more thing. I need you to write your names down later. I don't know too many characters. I might make a mistake.
Oh.
Message not sent? Why not?
Plot device. Bad signal?
Long-range communication technology is still improving. Perhaps the presence of the Stellaron is affecting signal transmission.
Doesn't seem like it. Everything else is working fine. See?
In that case, it looks like someone wants to make things difficult for us. Since Kafka's here, I wouldn't be surprised if this turns out to be that Stellaron Hunter hacker girl's handiwork.
Ah. Silverwolf is sowing discontent.
Away with your crime by pretending
Oh,
to be
there's a chest.
Is that all?
That was a little bit, it's okay.
Oh, you've arrived.
Yes, we're here. Sorry to keep you waiting.
No. Only an extra couple of hours.
We were just standing over there for like 5 minutes while Dan Heng had his scenes.
Stargazer Navalia is governed by the Artisanship Commission. It took me a while to sort out our paperwork. I got a sense of the situation on my way back. Just like at Cloudford, Stargazer Navalia's Meridian pin has malfunctioned. The checkpoint there is abandoned, and the garrison is scrambling to locate the Stellaron. With monsters wreaking havoc and the knights scattered, Stargazer Navalia has become a perfect place for the suspect to hide out.
So we've got a bunch of monsters to deal with, an IPC most wanted Stellaron Hunter to catch, and we have to do all that on our own without reinforcements? Fair enough. This isn't our first rodeo.
It's just what we do every day.
That's the trailblazing life for ya.
I wouldn't say you're entirely on your own. When you're ready, let's get going.
Yeah, we've got you on the team. And I got an achievement for apologizing, it sounds like. I think there's a bunch of achievements for giving different kinds of replies, and that was for being too apologetic. We indeed shall.
Now, what's a hunt without a hound? Kafka is still at large, and the Skyfaring Commission wants this problem to go away. I made a few calls and managed to procure this from the Artisanship Commission. Perfect for hunting down suspects.
Aww, he's so cute!
Aww.
I mean, what can he do exactly? Are we gonna set him loose on Kafka?
Certainly cuter than Findy.
Yes and no. This is Ting, a bionic dog developed by the Artisanship Commission. He has all the 5 senses of the Foxian race and takes them to another level. Be it tracks or scent, as long as he uncovers a trace, he'll follow it all the way to the end. All we need to do is look for any trace left by Kafka. It doesn't matter how good she is at hiding, Ting will find her. But before we get started, let's play with his settings a bit and get him ready. To begin with, let's set him to scent detection mode. Tell Ting to follow the scent of my perfume and see what he can do.
Ting, stalk the Foxian girl.
We need to follow these sparkly traces to find Miss Tingyun, right? She's not in a hurry, that's for sure. Playing hide and seek with us while Kafka's still at large?
From inside the pilot house came the general's battle cry.
Who sung that? I guess you did. Okay.
The traces. Where did they go? Is Ting malfunctioning? Got it. He says the wind is too strong here at the port, so it's not easy to follow the scent.
How do you know what he's saying?
That's just the psychic bond between cute girls and cute puppies.
Using the environment to hide her traces. Our girl from the Skyfaring Commission sure knows how to put up a challenge. Let's look around and see if we can find any other clues.
Or we could ask around? Look how busy this...
Oops. Okay, so... we are following the scent further down. Oh, this is where I started the episode. Standing next to this sign about an anchor. If you stand there for long enough, you get an audio blip of, like, an advert for that anchor, which is kind of funny.
Is that all?
Oh, shopkeeper.
You've come at a bad time. Our shop is closing earlier than usual today.
Did you see a Foxian girl pass by here?
Well, our bracelets and pendants are extremely popular among Foxian customers, and I'm sure this pretty young lady won't want to miss out on our Verdant Luna selection. Please, try anything you like.
I thought you said you were closing.
Hey, remember what we're here for? We were just wondering if you could help us find somebody.
I knew it. Nobody has time for jewelry in these trying times. A Foxian girl, you say? Let me think. I did just see Miss Tingyun walk by. She's a big patron of ours. May I ask why you're looking for her? Surely
She's a mass murderer. Oh no, we're her guests.
I should have guessed from your attire. You look like you're from another world. Miss Tingyun sometimes takes intergalactic business delegates on tours around Starskip Haven. In fact, I just saw her walk by. She was heading down the street.
Did I just get scammed?
There's a clue here. A piece of white name card with a bird spreading its wings at a corner. The card belongs to Amakasada Tingyun, head representative of the Intergalactic Merchant Guild, Whistling Flames. No doubt, this is a tiny clue she left for you. Maybe there are more of them. Yep. Hey, Howard. I'd rather have 3 days without food than go 1 day without tea. I mean, the Xianzhou natives have to drink tea even if they're starving. I've drunk my fill of tea too, and 0 calories too. It's a pretty interesting turn of phrase. Vegetations in the Alchemy Cauldron, Whaletide Spring, Emerald Hills, and Hunter Malfang. If you ask me, Whaletide Spring is the best. I don't really know much about tea. May as well just close my eyes and pick one at random, right? Aha, I can tell. You're an outworlder with a curiosity for Xianzhou culture. Ordering tea aboard Xianzhou isn't the easiest thing, and you might not get all the cultural illusions going on, but that's just my own bad habit. Boy, you don't have to be like me. This Whaletide Spring is awesome, and I'll sit on a potland this for a while. The name's Howard. I'm a trade commissioner for the Interastral Peace Corporation, or IPC. I've come here to trade tech with the Xianzhou. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Carlfish. Haha, fate has brought us together. Take this small gift. Small gifts in place of vast appreciation, as they say. Please accept it. You must be quite a fan of the Xianzhou culture. Haha, I already know a little about Xianzhou culture back at HQ. Now I have the opportunity to be stationed here. I have prepared ahead. The more I studied it, the more fascinated I became. Despite everyone at work jokingly calling me Mr. Xianzhou, my knowledge about Xianzhou culture really is just a drop in the bucket. I've had a great time chatting with you, boy. If there's anything you'd like to know, I'd definitely tell you everything. Consider me your new friend. Until we meet again. So he's a Xianzhou weeb. So what else do we have here? We have 2 more things to actually go to. Here's one. A crumpled up packaging of the tea brand Immortal's Delight. No, Miss Tingyun, you can't throw trash even for leaving behind clues.
Good quality, good price.
You litterbug.
High-end bars. The best choice for galactic commerce.
Teenage elixir sinker. Do not look like a teenager. Big brother, are you a Celestial too? Why do you look different from the rest of them? Other Celestials? Yes. This is the Novenus Imperia, where all Celestials reside. Huh? Big brother, you're not a Celestial? Then you must be seeking Celestials, just like I am. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dongsheng. I followed a Celestial lady here, but she doesn't know that. Who is this Celestial lady? She is a lady who is both heavenly and celestial. The older folks in the village say there are 9 layers of heaven, with a palace at the very top where the eternally youthful Celestials live. I thought it was just a fairy tale, but it's actually true. I want to become a Celestial too, but Dad said only those who have reached the pinnacle of cultivation may enter the Celestial Hall, drink osmanthus wine, and feast on chicken drumsticks with the gods. Chicken drumsticks sounds good. I don't know what cultivation is, so I thought I'd never get the chance to eat chicken drumsticks, but here I am at the Celestial Hall. It's just that I haven't found the Celestial Lady since I arrived, and that makes me sad. Mister, is there anything else you want to ask? No, I think I will keep wondering. I only chatted to you because I was waiting for Deeting to refresh. A refined pendant of a fan in the shape of a koi, but is left alone in some forgotten corner of the street. Tingyun's just trying to be coy. It is said that in the culture of the Xianzhou, fish represents affluence. You vaguely recall that you have seen the pattern of fish swimming around each other on the fan of Miss Tingyun.
Miss Tingyun must have left us these clues, right?
No shit, March.
Pick up her traces now.
Here she is, in the reasonably obvious place.
You found me! Deeting's quite handy when it comes to tracking, isn't he?
Oh, very much.
Pick up traces of Kafka in Stargazer Navalia. Just switch him on. Don't let her escape.
I'll do my best. So here we are. Doo-doo-doo.
Who would have thought that Stargazer Navalia might become so quiet? Long were the nights when the clangor of hammers rose to meet the stars. People used to write poems about the shipwrights here. The Lafu relies on the star skiffs produced here to transport people and goods. Now that work in the shipyard has stopped, our internal transport and outbound flights might also grind to a halt. Of course, the silver lining is I don't have to go on as many trips anymore.
You don't seem to worry too much about the Xianzhou, Miss Tingyun.
I wouldn't say that. A good businesswoman doesn't wear her heart on her sleeve. Besides, the Alliance has weathered plenty of challenges. We can handle this situation. Just to warn you, if we do run into Kafka, you'll have to do the fighting benefactors. I'd love to help, but there's very little I can do except cheer you on from the sidelines.
Yeah, you can buff our DPS and then you get your own little attack buff too. You want to leave all the fun to us?
Not a lot of people out there could have fought the Mara Struck like you did. I'm only a civil servant. I can't imagine what Kafka would do to me if I were caught in the fray. We Foxians don't live as long as the Xianzhou locals, but I still want to enjoy the 100-odd years I've got left. You'd do the same in my shoes, wouldn't you? Besides, the Madam Helmmaster simply asked me to assist you in navigating around Starskiff Haven. It's no different to any other diplomatic mission or delegate reception. I was never much of a fighter, and I'm not one for risking my life either. Getting Deeting into your hands is already beyond the realm of my job description.
I'll definitely be putting in a few words next time we meet Yukong.
Understood. We won't put you out of your comfort zone, Miss Tingyun. When we run into Kafka, we'll do the fighting. And the capturing, for that matter. Thank you for showing us the way.
Before Deeting can start tracking, you'll have to feed him some leads. If Kafka is hiding in Stargazer Navalia, she'll have left behind traces. Let's spread out and look for them. Leave no stone unturned.
Nice.
And I think this is a convenient spot to end this episode. We've met a whole bunch of important people on the Luofu. We've been given our task to go find Kafka. We're following Tingyun, who... I remembered her being a much more sympathetic character the first time around, and maybe it's just kind of because it's all kind of new and, you know, pretty foxy lady. But...
Nice.
You know, she hasn't been particularly friendly to us as an ambassador. She's, like, busy with her own things and not very enthusiastic about helping us, which is just something I'd completely forgotten about since the first playthrough. But, yeah. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you have, in fact, joined me on this journey, I will return soon. I'm trying to get back to just doing 3 of these a week because I I got way ahead of myself in terms of publishing schedule for the end of Belobog and spent way too much time recording and editing, and I'd like to get a bit of stream life balance back. But I should be back to hunt down Kafka and presumably capture her easily and resolve the entire crisis immediately in the next episode. So, again, have yourself a nice time, and I'll see you next time.
Nice.